গুড মর্নিং রুনা, গুড মর্নিং শুভজিৎ, সবাইকে গুড মর্নিং। বিনীত, হিতেশ, সবাইকে গুড মর্নিং। তো এটা আমাদের ফার্স্ট অনলাইন ক্লাস। তো এই ক্লাসে বেসিক্যালি আমরা তোমাদের সবাইকে বলছি, তোমরা ক্লাস 9-এর যারা যারা রয়েছো, ক্লাস 9, রুনা, হিতেশ, শুভ্রজিৎ এবং বিনীত, ঠিক আছে। এর মধ্যে রুনা এবং শুভ্রজিৎ তোমরা সিবিএসসি বোর্ডের, এবং হিতেশ এবং বিনীত তোমরা আইসিএসসি বোর্ডের। ওকে, সো বেসিক্যালি এই ক্লাসটা আমরা সিবিএসসি বোর্ডের যারা রয়েছে তাদের উপরে বেস করে, বিকজ তাদের উপরে বেস করে এই যে আজকের অনলাইন ক্লাসেসটা আমি স্টার্ট করব ফ্রম দ্য নাম্বার সিস্টেম। বাট সবার জন্যই বলছি, বিকজ নাম্বার সিস্টেম ইজ not only number system, every chapter of mathematics is included in both patterns like CBSE and also ICSE. So there is no controversy about that. In case of IBSE, the number of chapter is more and we have to go in detail, but all of you can go through this online classes so that you can understand the basic terminologies. Okay. তো আমি প্রথমেই তোমাদের বলে দিচ্ছি যে ক্লাসগুলো কিভাবে নেওয়া হবে এবং কোন চ্যাপ্টার থেকে আমরা কয়টা সেশন নেব, মিনস কয়টা ক্লাস নেব। প্রথমে বলে দিই চ্যাপ্টারগুলো কি আছে। নাম্বার 1-এ যেটা আমরা আলোচনা করব, দ্যাট উই উইল ডিসকাস অ্যাবাউট দ্য নাম্বার সিস্টেম ফার্স্ট। So we will take 4 classes. I will take 4 classes from number system. Then next chapter 2 will be polynomial. 4 to 5 classes will be there. Okay. Number third is যেটা থাকবে coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. 4 classes I will take. Then Heron's formula. So this is a part of mensuration chapter. So I will take 3 classes because a very small portion is included in Heron's formula. It's a part of mensuration, so I will take 3 classes. So these are the 4 chapters which is included in half yearly syllabus of class 9 that I will discuss one by one. So in today's class I will talk about the number system. So as you know that in every classes, before we start solving the problem, we need to understand about the chapter very clearly, because if you don't have the concept of every chapter, like we are discussing number system, so you should have a broad concept, basic knowledge about the number system, so that you can solve the problem very easily. Sometimes what happens, you are solving the problem and you are somewhat you may solve the problem, but you don't understand the fact. Okay, so these are the problems may happen while solving the problem if you don't understand the basic knowledge of number system. So before I start solving, I will talk about rational number and irrational number. go through the book, you will find a common definition in case of rational number, that any number in the form of p by q where q not equals to 0. Like if we define any number, if we define rational number, that is any number in the form of p by q where q not equals to 0 is called a rational number. That means p by q means the number will be in the fractional form. Say if you are taking 2 by 3, so it's a rational number. Okay. Now you can see, if you write only 5, I can represent 5 as 5 by 1. Okay. Suppose 0 can be represented as 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3. Okay. That means 0 is also a rational number, 5 is also a rational number. So all the natural number starting from 1 up to infinity is also a rational number. If you take the whole number including with 0, then 0 can be represented in the form of p by q. That means what? All the whole number is also a rational number. Okay. So these are the concepts you need to understand about the rational number. It is not like that the fractional number is also a rational number, because whole number are also rational number. Like if you are writing 10, so I can represent 10 as 10 by 1. Okay. So 10 is also a rational number. So it is very easy to identify which one is rational from the given problem. Now come to irrational number. Now so many mathematicians work on the irrational number, and one of the greatest mathematician, Pythagorean, about 400 BC. 400 BC. His name was a very common name and very popular also. Because the mathematician Pythagorean, he has given so many basics and very useful information about different types of formulas. So what he has done, he said that, and he has successfully proved that the root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, and that has also a solution also in your book. You will find that root 2, root 3, you need to prove that root 2 is a irrational number or root 3 is a irrational number. Okay. Now what he has done, he said that, so this is a number line. If you move to the right hand side, it will be positive values are there, and if you move to the left hand side, negative values are there. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, these are the negative number. So he has proved that root 2, root 3, these are the irrational number. Actually I will talk about the irrational number, that which number will be called as irrational, and already I have talked about the rational number also. But it is very important to understand which numbers are categorized as irrational number. So before that I am giving some information about the this irrational number. Just look into the number line. Now what Pythagorean has did that, he has given some information that root 2 is irrational or root 3 is irrational, but he could not place that root 2 in the number line. Okay, so only whole numbers are placed on the number line. Just if you can see the number line, here it is 0, and if you move it to the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, these are the whole number. See carefully, these are the whole number or rational number. also in the negative part, that is in the minus part, it is minus 1, minus 2, these are the negative rational numbers. Okay, but he could not place any irrational number into the number line. This is the most important, you can say the leakage of the Pythagorean. Okay, now later on what happened, the famous scientist, that is mathematician G. Cantor, in the year of 1870, he has successfully proved that root 2 can also be put on the number line. Okay, and related to this, there are some problems also in NCERT books. You can find that how to represent root 2 and root 3 or any other irrational value in a number line. So he was the first mathematician to put a irrational number on the number line. Okay, so about the problem I will discuss later on one by one. So let me first introduce which numbers are categorized as irrational. Let me give you one simple example. Say 5 by 2. So if you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2.5. Okay, so you will have an exact value 2.5. But if I write 20 by 3, so it is 6.66, it will continue. So it's a never ending number. Okay, so similarly also root 2 and root 3 have some values like 1.73 to 1, like this, it will continue. And for root 2 also 1.43 to 1, like this, it will continue. So you can see these are the numbers which are never ending. If you divide and it will continue forever, there will be no exact values will be there for root 2 and root 3. Okay, such numbers are called irrational. The number which don't have exact value, that numbers are called irrational number. Okay, understood? Now another important topic, that is terminating and non-terminating. Decimals. This is number 1. Number 2, recurring and non-recurring. Actually, why I am telling about all these terms before I start the problem, because whenever you are not be able to understand the terminologies, you will not be able to solve the problem. This is the main thing. Okay, so terminating means actually in terms of the word, like termination. What do you understand by termination? Suppose if you are rejected from any work, so you are rejected. We oftenly say that you are rejected or you are terminated. That means terminated means ending. Okay, there will be ending of the numbers. That is called terminating. Matlab, suppose like earlier example 5 by 2. So if you divide 5 by 2, you will get 2.5. So this is the exact value. So decimals are not repeating. So here it ends. So this is terminating. This decimal is terminating decimal. But if you take the same example 20 by 3, it will be 6.666 ... It will continue. That means it is non-terminating. It is never ending. Okay, this is terminating, this is non-terminating. Okay. Now this terminating and non-recurring, the meaning is same. Okay, how? See, what is the meaning of recurring actually? Recurring means repetitive. Okay, here it is not repeating. There is ending of number. This is not repeating. Okay, so it is non-recurring. That means terminating and non-recurring are same. Okay, and this is continuous. That means it is repeating. So it is recurring also. So recurring and non-terminating, the meaning is same. Okay, understood? Let me write it very clearly again. Terminating and non-recurring same. These are same. And non-terminating, T for terminating, and recurring is same. Same. The meaning is same. Okay. So let us move to the next topic. So already I have talked about the number line. Now another topic is number line magnification. Number line magnification. So if you can see the number line, here it is 0. Suppose this is 1. Now if you divide this 0 to 1 into 10 part, so 10 divisions are there. That means 1 को तुम 10 से डिवाइड कर रहे हो, तो हर एक पॉइंट कितना हो रहा है? 0.1. तो ये जो पॉइंट है ये है 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 like this. So this is whole number 0 and 1, and 0 and 1 is further divided into 10 sections, that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and up to 0.9, then 1. Okay. Now if you take this section 0.1 to 0.2, so it is 0.1 and 0.2, and again you are dividing into 10 sections. That means 0.1 further divided by 10, so it is 0.01. So it will be 10 divisions are there again. So it is 0.0.01, 1, 0.012 like that. So in this way, in between two whole numbers there are infinite number of points are there. Okay, infinite number. This can be again further divided into 10. This can be again further divided. So there is infinite number of points are there in between two whole numbers. So this is called number line magnification. So it has got a topic also in your chapters. We have to solve different types of problem related to this number line magnification. Then another topic, that is rationalization. So this is one of the interesting topic, that is rationalization. Suppose let us first understand what is called rationalization. So it is the technique by which you can get a suitable answer. Okay, suppose let me give you one simple example. Sometimes we used to write any value in a standard form. Okay, suppose 0.00000002, a value like this. So we write it in the standard form like 2.0 into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10 to the power minus 10 to the power minus 7. So this is the standard form of this value. So why we are writing this value in the standard form? To understand or to means represent any value in a good manner. That is the usability of standard form. So similarly, rationalization is also a technique by which you can represent any irrational number in a standard form. That is the meaning of rationalization. Now let me give you one example. And regarding the problem that I will discuss in the next class, if I get the time, I will discuss in this class also. Okay, this is rationalization. So among the different topics I have discussed today, we will take one or two problems from each topic so that you can understand. So let us take one of the problem like suppose 20/3. Okay. Now you also try to divide this number. So if you divide this number, you will get 6.666. So this 6 will be continue. This is never ending number. Okay. So generally what we do, suppose in the question it has been asked that up to 2 decimal place you have to correct the number. Then what we do, we take 6.6 after 2 decimal, the next decimal we see whether the value is greater than 5 or not. If it is greater than 5, then we increase the 2 decimal place by 1, that is 6.67. So we used to solve the problem like this. So the question will be like that. If you have given 6.666 ... and you are asked to convert into fraction. রুনা তোমার এটা একটা প্রবলেম ছিল, তার জন্য এটা আমি প্রথম ডিসকাস করছি। দ্যাট সাপোজ তোমার কাছে একটা ডেসিমাল ভ্যালু আছে, এটাকে তোমার একটা ফ্র্যাকশন হিসেবে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতে হবে ইন দ্য ফর্ম অফ p/q। তো জেনারেলি কি হয় দেখো, অ্যাকচুয়ালি এটার আগে টার্মিনেটিং নন টার্মিনেটিং এর কনসেপ্টটা ক্লিয়ার হওয়া খুব জরুরি, কারণ ওইটা না হলে তুমি কিন্তু এটা করতে পারবে না। ঠিক আছে, তো নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমরা টার্মিনেটিং নন টার্মিনেটিং নিয়ে কিছু অঙ্ক করব। সো বিফোর দ্যাট তোমাকে এই প্রবলেমটা সলভ করার জন্য এটা আমি করছি। জিনিসটা ভালো করে দেখো, 6.666 it is continuing, so you have to represent in the form of p/q, মানে এটাকে একটা ফ্র্যাকশন হিসেবে তোমার লিখতে হবে। দেখো জেনারেলি কি হয়, সাপোজ মনে করো 0.25 আছে and the number is not repeating, okay, it is terminating. So easily you can convert into fraction like 25/100. So if you cut it by 25, it is 1, it is 4. So your fraction becomes 1/4. Understood? So it is 0.25. You are replacing the decimals by 100. You will get 1/4. So you are getting the fraction. Now just see in this case, are you able to convert in this form for this particular problem? 6.666, it is continuous number. Okay, or if I given 6.67, just see 6.67, so 667 by 100. Okay, so this is the fraction you are getting, but your actual fraction was 20 by 3. So are you able to convert the value into original number? No. So here comes the problem. Okay, if it is given 6.67 or 6.666, then তুমি কিন্তু এটাকে ফ্র্যাকশনে যখন কনভার্ট করছো তখন তোমার এটাকে কাটাকাটি করলে 20/3 আসবে না। দ্যাট মিন্স ইউ আর নট গেটিং দ্য অ্যাকচুয়াল ভ্যালু। এই যে আমি 6 পয়েন্ট, বিকজ এটাকে ডিভাইড করলে আমি 6.66 এটা পাবো। দ্যাট মিন্স হোয়াট, এটাকে কনভার্ট করলে আবার তোমার এটা আসতে হবে, বিকজ ইফ ইউ আর ডিভাইডিং 20/3 you are getting 6.66. So again, if you are converting 6.66, you should get 20/3, but you are getting this. Okay, so here it is the problem. So how to resolve these types of problem? Okay, আচ্ছা, যদি কোনো প্রবলেম হয় তারপরে তুমি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে আমাকে মেসেজ করো, আমি আবার এটা নিয়ে আলোচনা করবো। ওকে, তো আমরা কি করবো দেখো, আমরা ধরে নিলাম যে এই লেট এক্স মানে হচ্ছে 6.666 ডট ডট ডট, এটা মানে আমরা ধরে নিলাম। ঠিক আছে, তো এবার দেখতে হবে আমার ডেসিমাল পার্টটাতে কি আছে। ডেসিমাল পার্টে আছে 0.6, so 0.6 is repeating. Okay, so multiply 10 to both side. তো যখন আমি 10 multiply করব in both side, you will get 10x there, and it will be 6.66.66 dot dot dot. Okay, so your initial value was x equal to 6.666 continuing. If you multiply 10 to both sides, it is 10x in the left hand side, and the right hand side one digit will be shifted, so it will be 66.666. So this has given equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, now subtract equation 1 from 2. ठीक है, ইকুয়েশন 1 মাইনাস করবে কার থেকে, ইকুয়েশন 2 থেকে। তো ইকুয়েশন 2 হচ্ছে 10x equal to 66.666 ডট ডট ডট, আর ইকুয়েশন 1 হলো x equal to 6.666। এবার ইন্টারেস্টিং ব্যাপারটা দেখো, যখন আমি সাবট্রাক্ট করব আমার ডেসিমাল যে পার্টটা আছে 0.6666, এটা কিন্তু এলিমিনেট হয়ে যাবে, কারণ এখানে সব জিরো চলে আসবে, 0 0 0, এখানেও জিরো চলে আসবে পয়েন্ট। সো 66 থেকে 6 মাইনাস করলে 60 হয়ে যাবে এখানে, মানে 60.0। তো এটা আমি 60 লিখলেও পারি, নো প্রবলেম। আর এখানে হয়ে যাবে 9x। সো আমার আলটিমেট আসছে 9x ইকুয়াল টু 60, ফাইন। সো x ইকুয়াল টু 60 by 9। ওকে, নাও ডিভাইড বাই 3, cut it by 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 20s are, so you are getting 20 by 3. Now see, এবার এটাকে দেখো, এই যে 20 by 3 টা, যেটা 20 by 3 কে ডিভাইড করলে আমার কিন্তু 20 by 3 কে ডিভাইড করলে আমার এটা আসবে। ওকে, 20 by 3, so 3 6 are 18, 2 point lagao 0, again 6 18, so 2 is repeating, so it is 6.666. Okay, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে তোমরা এই প্রবলেমসগুলো দেখো, যদি প্রবলেম হয় আবার ইয়ে করবে, ঠিক আছে? ওকে।